recession that forecasters were predicting as inevitable a couple years ago?
I think it's pretty clear we've avoided a recession. I think growth this year has been solid. It really has. PDFP, private domestic final purchases, which we think is the best indicator of private demand, is looking to come in around 3% this year. This is a really good number. Again, the U.S. economy has just been remarkable, and it's in these international meetings that I attend, this has been the story, is that how well the U.S. is doing. If you look around the world, there's just a lot of slow growth and continuous struggle with inflation. I feel very good about where the economy is and the performance.
We're predicting as inevitable a couple years ago.
Do you see a risk that looseness in financial conditions could undermine progress on your inflation target?
So we do look carefully at financial conditions. Of course, that's part of what we do. But we really look carefully at is the performance of our goal variables and how are we affecting the economy. So what we've seen over the course of, just take the last year, we've seen inflation, over the last couple of years, come down a lot. We've seen the labor market cool off quite a bit. That suggests that our policy is restrictive. We can also look more directly at the parts of the economy that are affected by that are interest sensitive, like particularly housing. Housing activity is very low, and that's partly significantly because of our policy. So we think our policy is working, it's transmitting, and it's having the effects on our goal variables that we would want. A lot of things move financial conditions around, as you know, and we don't really control those. But I'd say we see the effects we're hoping to see on the goal variables and the places where we'd expect to see it.
So if I may, speaking of assets that have been buoyant, do you see any value or benefit in the U.S. government building a reserve of Bitcoin?
We're not allowed to own Bitcoin. The Federal Reserve Act says what we can own, and we're not looking for a law change. That's the kind of thing for Congress to consider, but we are not looking for a law change. The Fed essentially act its longer run